welcome back to my channel, and happy Sunday if you're watching this on a Sunday. If you're watching it on any other day, then happy whatever day you're watching this. I have a ton of stuff to do today, but there's one problem. Yesterday it was like almost 50 degrees here and it was beautiful. We could have the windows down when we were driving, so I planned this whole elaborate day of working on my S13. Then I woke up today and it's snowing and it's like 20 degrees and it's super windy. Truckee is still in the garage getting heart surgery, so I'm probably gonna have to pull the Z out in order to work on my S13 because I have a lot of things that I want to install in that car since it's the car that I'm driving the most. We need to start with breakfast. Mike is getting some scrambled eggs this morning and I low-key have the egg ick, so I don't know what I want because I can't have eggs again. So we have some waffle mix that we haven't used in a while, so maybe I'll make some waffles for myself. We haven't used it in so long. Half a cup water, tablespoon of butter that I melted down. Now we're gonna do 3/4 cup of mix. This is optional, but I like to add dark chocolate chips because who doesn't like chocolate chip waffles? Once this light on the side turns white, that's how you know, oh, that the waffle is ready. See this avocado spread. Freaking perfect. This is a big avocado too. Are you serious? You ate at 7 a.m. You're acting like you're starving. Look how terrible it is to be loved when all you want is double breakfast every day. It's so difficult. Oh my God. Oh. What a horrible life you have. I only have a handful of merch orders to pack today, which shouldn't take too long. I also just really need your guys' advice about the office. I redid this room like 4 or 5 months ago, I think, and at the time I had a specific idea in mind, and now that it's executed, I'm not a fan of it. I refinished the floors in this kind of mauvey red pink color that Mike wanted, and then I did the walls and the ceilings gray because I wanted it to be like dark, moody office vibes, but like now I'm not liking it because it's too dark. This light is not bright enough, and this wall is super blank. And I bought these wood panelings from Amazon. Tell me why 2 of these Johns for like $120. So to fill up the whole wall, I'll need like a ton of them. So if you guys have any suggestions on what I should do here, maybe some more lighting or something, let me know. That was all I could do right now because I'm still waiting on some more posters, but I'm gonna help Mike with something on Shopify because in a few weeks we'll be taking over the merch, mostly me. So I'll be shipping out Mike's stuff as well. So that's why I need you guys' advice because I really don't like being in this office and I need it to be more, I don't know, enjoyable for me to be in here because I'm gonna be in here a lot over the next few weeks. Why are you on Safari? Okay, what do you want to do here?
Put the HUDs back in stock.
So you'll have to get new pictures of it, which is fine, but I would say you do that before you make it in stock. Oh my God, guys, it's just getting worse outside. It's just getting worse. Ugh, we still have to run errands in this weather. I guess we'll take the GSR. It's such a fitting day for the Slavic girl hat. That was so awful. Oh my god. Yesterday was 50 degrees. Why is it so bipolar here? It's order of operation. We need to go to Best Buy and get some speakers for my S13. Then we need to go to the UPS store, and then we need to go to USPS, and then we need to go to the gym. So let's get going. We have a lot to do today. USPS should be pretty quick because all I have to do is drop this one off. Just dropping this off. Thank you. Snowmobile. Next stop, let's go Best Buy. I think all the speakers in that car are completely blown because as soon as it gets to a little bit of a loud volume, just all of them blow out. And as far as what I know about the S13 speakers, the fronts are 4x6, but you can upgrade to a 6.5 speaker. You just need an adapter bracket. So I bought an adapter bracket on Amazon that's coming tomorrow, but I bought the speakers at Best Buy. So we have to go pick up the speakers today. We'll get the adapter brackets tomorrow, and then we can install the new sound system. That thing better be banging at the stoplights. I'm saying stock S13 with a good sound system. This car doesn't have Bluetooth, so it has a radio. So long. Fun fact that I think some of you may know about me is that I used to work at Best Buy. I worked here when I was 17 to 18. I was a computer person. I don't know. I like helped sell computers because I was actually really into streaming and gaming at the time. And I worked here during COVID, which was crazy because we were furloughed for 2 months and then I had to come back and I had to work during COVID. So it's always a weird experience coming back here. Oh, reason 1001 that I hate Best Buy so much. I ordered it online, by the way, because they said they had both of the speakers in stock in the store. So I was like, okay, let me order them so that I can just come pick them up tomorrow. Tell me why they actually don't have them in store. And they're like, oh yeah, our website just says that. It said ready for pickup today. And they're like, oh yeah, you should get another email when it's actually ready for pickup. What do you mean? Best Buy has just gone downhill since I left. I think it was me. I was kidding, but Best Buy sucks now. Well, we might as well just go to the gym since we're right here anyways. I swear to God, if I get an email about my order being ready in like an hour, I'm gonna be freaking pissed. But anyways, I'm trying out this new gym in my town because I discovered another little gym that I was going to. And unfortunately, that place has been here for like 30 plus years and it's been exactly the same for 30 plus years. So I did my time. I was running errands one day and I saw this place here and it looked super nice, like brand new inside. Like everything's painted black. It has really nice lighting. That day I bought my new membership here and I've been loving it ever since. And the good thing is there's a couple people that I've seen there that do also record and they do some gym videos there. So I've never really thought about recording at the gym, but honestly, I'm not opposed to it. I'm also trying out this Oxy Shred. All the pre-workouts give me the jitters really bad and it makes me sick. Like I go to the bathroom and I throw up. So it may or may not be because I quit energy drinks, so I'm just not used to like the huge burst of caffeine. Yeah, it definitely doesn't taste as hyper carbonated chemically as most pre-workouts do for me. Okay, today is back day, one of my favorites, and I'm slightly nervous about filming because I've never filmed in the gym before. But then again, I don't think anybody's gonna judge me. You know what? Screw it. Film wherever you want, just don't film other people. I just feel like it's so weird to like set up the tripod and So let's go have a killer back day. Check out their weights. They're like chrome. These are sick. These are like the nicest weights I've ever seen. I hope you guys are able to hear me over here because there's always super loud music playing, but they have an entire section back here just for like leg workouts and glute workouts and stuff, which is crazy because half these machines I've never even seen before, but I want to show you because it's like a gym person's dream. the best back days I've had in quite a while, and maybe because I was filming, so I was like telling myself to get my form right, but I was getting low-key secondhand embarrassment because I had to carry this tripod around. Shout out to Mike, because surprise, surprise, my plastic TikTok shop tripods are both broken, and so he bought this for me without even asking. He's just heard me complain enough. It's like a really nice metal tripod that he used during his 240 rebuild. Consideration is the highest form of love, by the way. So he bought this for me without even saying anything or asking, and it's really nice, but it doesn't retract any smaller than this. So like, I'm carrying it around and it's kind of big, and I don't know why it's so weird walking around with it. And I was just trying not to be in anybody's way or like record anybody, but at the end of the day, we're all just molecules on this earth, and like, who freaking cares? Who cares if you're recording? Just don't record other people. But like, who cares? Just do what you want. I never ended up stopping at UPS, so I need to stop there to drop off a few more merch packages, and then we can head home and start working on the car. Not bad, we just have 3 today. Oh, I think the Integra broke. This thing has not been driving good at all. Oh, let's just pray that we can get home, because I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's like low RPM in gear. It's not very happy. I'm giving it gas and it's like hesitating, and then it picks up. It's very weird. It seems to be happening at low RPM, low speed, like taking off from a stop. So maybe like a distributor. I have no idea what an evap code would have to do with a misfire. Who knows? We need to figure this out though, because this car is our winter daily and it's still winter. Are we surprised? Still haven't heard anything from Best Buy about the speakers. And the bracket came from Amazon, so if I had the speakers, could have installed them, but maybe tomorrow. Anyways, it's supposed to snow at 11 p.m. tonight, a lot. And my Z can't sit outside because I still don't have quarter glasses on the car. So I'm gonna pull the S13 in here, and we're gonna get a couple things done that I've been meaning to do, and then we're gonna pull the Z back inside so that it doesn't snow on it. How cool is it to see 2 junk Nissans? I'm just kidding. This thing is great, but I just can't wait to do a respray on this car, especially on the roof. The roof is the worst of everything. I have a feeling this car just sat outside for a long time. You can see how faded the hood is compared to the bumper. Speaking of the bumper, some of you may or may not know the name Omar, because Mike actually built his Gloria at his friend Omar's house, and Omar has a ton of 240 parts. He's had a ton of different 240s. Long story short, we went there a couple weeks ago, and Mike actually picked something up that he has had, but he kind of forgot about, and he gave it to me. Beautiful sunset back here. But if we go over to the parts pile, this is his entire 240, by the way. This is the quarter panel. We just have all of this stuff. Anyways, look at this. Pig nose and a lip. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know the front ends of the 240s, but if you're not familiar with the S13 front ends, there's a shark nose, which is like a late spec front end, and then there's a pig nose front end that's usually single cam, early spec. And surprisingly, the pig nose is more sought after, but it's also more sought after if it has a lip on it. I don't know how or why or where it came from, but Mike had one. This thing's not even in bad shape. It's dark blue, so it'll need a respray anyways. But this bumper is also going to need a respray. So it's like, do I want to invest in this bumper and get a lip because it's missing something? It looks weird to me. It looks like if Mike shaved his mustache. That's how this car looks to me right now. So it's still keeping it stock if I run a different stock bumper. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's only right to wear the True Survivor shirt while we're working on the True Survivor However, I have an array of parts over here that we're going to be installing on the S13. I know it's not a lot, but it's all very important stuff to me because the little details matter. So just imagine that there's a speaker over here that would complete the table. So first thing that we're gonna work on is this headlight stalk. Mike got this for me for my birthday. Because when I bought the car, if you guys remember, we were having an issue with the headlights.
I think it's getting partially stuck on high beam because, so now it's down, right? Now we turn the headlights on, watch. Headlights are on, but they don't go up. It's supposed to go up. But if you wiggle it, it'll go up.
Wiggle it just right and it'll go up.
Or down. See, now it's not going down. Still partially engaged.
And we had to jiggle this little stalk here in order to get the headlights down. So clearly the headlights are up. Nothing. Okay, well, I've been jiggling it for like 5 minutes straight and they won't go down, but it's not working, clearly. Should be able to do this without taking off the steering wheel. I believe it's just a couple of Phillips screws holding everything in here. Now I have access to the 2 screws holding it in here and here. Should be able to like wiggle this thing out. Oh, there we go. Comparison of crusty versus new. You could barely see where the turn signal arrows were and nothing else at all. I love getting new parts and being able to see this side by side. Alrighty, I got everything reinstalled, and surprisingly, the cover that goes over the steering column didn't break. The one on my FC is so broken that I just accepted it's never gonna go back together the same way, but I was very careful with this one. Luckily, everything went back together very well, but now I feel like I should replace this one too. Look at the wiper one. This thing is absolutely atrocious. Maybe I'll order that because this looks odd. It's like brand new, super old, 200,000 mile. All right, let's see if we fixed it. Those headlight motors sound healthy too. Let's move on to our next order of business. These guys. What is it? What is it? What is it? Yay! New side markers for the fenders because this car didn't come with them. I'm missing them on both sides, actually. Should feel around for a harness. Ah, there we go. No, this plug is different too. I'm confused. The back of these are also different. That is very interesting. I just called my source, aka Mike, because he bought them for me. And yeah, that's weird. The plugs are different. Maybe there's supposed to be some sort of connector in between. I don't know. That's the only plug that I see within the fender that would make sense for these to go in. Since they're just park lights, I guess I can still put them in. Just slide in like this. Oh. I don't really like the fitment on this one. This one slid in perfect, but it's still loose, and I really don't want this to like fall off while I'm driving because it doesn't have a harness. Oh, look how it pops out. Well, I guess these were both a fail because they don't plug in and they don't stay in. And I'm not trying to lose these already. Well, let's move on to the coolant overflow because I've heard enough slack from you guys about this damn thing. It makes me laugh now because if you guys remember when I bought this car, I drove it 8 hours home from Tennessee without a single problem. And then within like 2 or 3 days of driving the car around, it started overheating. And everybody in the comments was like, it's because you have a hole in your coolant overflow. That's why you have a blown head gasket. However, we did do a leak down test and we did the test that pressurizes the coolant system. And both of those things turned out totally fine. But when I opened the radiator cap, the entire radiator was clogged with corrosion. My best guess here is that when the car started overheating, previous owner just dumped a bunch of stock leak in the system, and that probably did stop the overheating for a while, but driving it 8 hours back here probably didn't help anything. So I replaced the radiator with a new coil rad aluminum one. I also put a brand new OEM Nissan thermostat and a brand new OEM Nissan water pump because the water pump was pretty nasty when I took it off. I also replaced the hoses, the upper and the lower, with these silicone hoses. Brand new coolant in the system and gave it a good bleed, and I think that fixed the problem. But one of the funny things that I found is that in the wiper fluid reservoir, there was a whole bunch of coolant in there, which could possibly be from in here. Let me just get this out of the way so you guys can see. Could maybe be coming from there. A friend of mine on Instagram actually sent me her spare overflow. So shout out to Juliana. She had one sitting around in her garage and she wanted to help keep the build alive. I guess I never did a crusty versus new side by side, but here's crusty, new, crusty, new, crusty, new. Do you guys think it's worth it to take the bumper off and try to fit the other one? Because I think it's worth it. So let's do it. Oh my god, these bolts look pretty crusty. I wonder if this bumper has ever come off of this car, because to be honest, it doesn't really look like it. To get the bumper off from the fender, I'm trying to slide my phone in here. You gotta take off these nuts over here. It should be like 3 or 4. It's a very similar setup to the FC, so I'm familiar with this. Still has the foam on the inside. Very hard to find, I feel, but that was pretty easy. Like I said, very similar to the setup of an FC bumper, just these studs on the side. Let's throw this one on. I'm super hyped right now. I can't wait to see what it looks like. I fear it needs a quick wipe down before we can determine anything else. Dude, this is sick. You can't even tell me that the shark nose looks better, because this, I don't know, man. This just adds so many layers. And look, it's not even fully mounted. Like, hood gap on 1000, but I still like it way better. I just feel like this is peak S13 look. Pig nose. I don't know. I love it. I love it. I need to get this thing fixed and painted as soon as possible. I did throw the lip on, but there is a little bit of damage in a couple spots. And clearly it's red and blue, so it's gonna need to be repainted. And I almost want to like fill the license plate holes. Oh, this is gonna be sick when it's like fully redone. What do you guys think? Crusty, dusty, late spec shark nose, or cutie, early spec pig nose with a lip? Let me know. Best Buy still did not pull through on the speakers, but you know who did? Mr. Bezos. I got some speakers and the brackets from Amazon, and they came overnight. So, screw Best Buy. And it already snowed again. Amazon doesn't have super good brands of speakers. There was like one Pioneer brand. So these are DS8, I think. But they had pretty good reviews, and I don't know, it seemed legit to me. So speakers are speakers. DS18. These are the fronts, maybe the rears. Let's do a quick before and after in here so you can actually hear how bad the audio is in here.
Hard to see. Calling my bitches and get them undressed. I'm trying to see who pussy the best. I'm trying to see you cup the hoe. I
don't even think this one's working. To be honest, it only sounds like the passenger side is working and like barely. I don't know if you can tell from the video, but I'm gonna start on the driver's side and see how I can go about it. I think that this car already has upgraded speakers and the bracket because this doesn't look factory and this looks like the bracket I just bought.
Oh yeah. That's cool.
So that's nice, I guess, but maybe these are blown? I have no idea.
Does it have a brand on it?
It's so hard to see. I'll take it out and take a look. These are reference speakers, which they're not terrible. They're about $100 for a pair. But I looked up that sometimes they have issues or they're kind of underwhelming. Okay, I plugged the... This speaker is definitely working. I feel like I hear nothing from the rear. That's probably why it sounds like there's no bass at all. Let's go ahead and move on to the rear speakers, which looks like they're just under these plastic covers.
Oh, actually, here. You just pop those covers off.
Really?
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah, pull
Oh.
up. Yeah, like that.
Well, these also look to be the same brand as the front ones,
Oh
and they
my
don't look
God.
too bad. I think there's an amp under this seat. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I remember when we were going around in the car that there was an amp back here. Right there.
What the heck?
I wonder if it's just not... plugged in or something? Not familiar with how these work.
The fuse is good.
You know, I'm back here contemplating, like, what's the point of even replacing these? They work, I hear them working, but I think if the amp was on, maybe, I remember there was some wiring in the engine bay, so maybe I could take a look at that, but I think if that was actually on and working, the sound system would sound better. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is related to the amp. Given the wiring, and there's a blue wire running into the trunk that doesn't plug into anything, I wonder if there was a sub in this car at one point. So if anybody has a sub for sale or a recommendation for a sub, maybe I'll put one in this car because I love having a good audio system. I just know nothing about wiring them up, but it seems like all the pieces are there. So that would be cool. I know that these cars are not known for having good sound systems, so I wouldn't mind upgrading.
That is this one.
It says L and...
Oh yeah, this one's L.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would hate to put these on and then they just fall off because they're not plugged in.
It doesn't look right this way. I think it goes the other way. Well, that's how it fits.
But then, like, it just doesn't sit flush.
Yeah, you got snap the tab in.
Oh! Oh! Okay! Alright.
That is how it goes.
Oh,
So
interesting.
these are JDM side markers.
Oh.
The USDMs do not have a bulge here.
I see.
That's why these are cooler.
And maybe that's why they don't plug in.
The gasket's so new, so you gotta like...
Oh. It's a good one.
That ain't going nowhere.
Nice! Oh yeah, that looks way more complete.
Right?
I love it! I never even fully put the bumper and the lip on because I would like to maybe get this painted. I don't know. I just wasn't sure if I was gonna keep the bumper on, but I like it so much that I think I'm actually going to mount it and keep it on. Guys, check out the turn signals. They work. It does seem like the shark nose bracket for the bumper is different from the pig nose, and that's why it's not sitting flush against the hood. So I may have to source another bracket for the bumper, but the more that I look at this setup, I love it. I know some of you guys are like, you should lower it, you should do this, you should put a kit on it, but I'm not sure what I want to do right now. And I really do love the stock look of the 240s, but I love the pig nose bumper. I feel like it just, I don't know, it just, there's different layers and elements of it that's a little less basic than the shark nose. And the more that I'm looking at it, I'm getting more excited because before I wasn't sure where I wanted to go with it, but looking at this bumper and how it sits on the car, I feel like I could work with this, and I'm getting more excited about the potential idea of doing a respray on the whole car, because then the whole car will look flawless and cohesive, and that's my goal. I think I'm gonna stick to Sunday uploads. Let me know what you guys think about that. It's a day after Mike's. He uploads on Saturday, so you have time to watch his, and then you have time to watch mine. Sundays seem to work best for my schedule and the way that I end up working on cars throughout the week. So let me know if you guys like the weekend uploads instead of midday or sporadic. But I think I'm gonna end it here, and I will see you guys next Sunday for the next video. Bye!